So we had
Run.
those 4 people in that hot tub. Right now, we're predicting all 4 of them have
All
to
4
plead
are charged
guilty,
felons. It's not going
and
great, man.
they all have to plead guilty. Because I'm thinking Aaron, they got him dead to rights. Just watch little people. You think I just
They've
watch
got him
TV?
dead to rights on the misdemeanor.
Yeah, they
They got
got
him dead
he's
to
dead
rights
to
on the
rights. He's
misdemeanor.
dead
They've
to
got.
rights.
I mean, I saw it happen with my own eyes.
Yeah, they got him like he literally got him dead to rights. So I think he's done. I think he's done. He's got to plead to something because
Who would have ever thought that an allegedly swinging relationship might have ended in tears, though?
yeah,
Who
this
could have
this
ever seen that
badly.
coming?
April, I think April, I think is in the toughest spot because she could easily flip and say that's not my coke, and I was just there.
Oh
And
yeah, no. If
become
I'm
false witness,
April,
right?
I'm like, how would you like my testimony
Yeah,
in
it's like
exchange for a walk?
yeah,
Sounds real good right about now. Yeah.
and because you could fight her on the possession, but she could say I gave her my card, and I didn't know
Yeah.
what the fuck she was doing with my
Yeah,
card,
yeah. How
right?
would you like my testimony in exchange for a walk is really good for April. Because it's like, yeah, I use drugs. I used it with them all the time. Here's where the drugs were. I get a walk. Yeah, that's April's best deal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
I think, and I think that she can easily get that because don't forget, just because she was now, even though you could make the argument she's in the home, she's been living there for X amount of time. She probably you'd have to be a dummy not to believe that she doesn't know that there's coke all in the house. She's probably even using some of that stuff, but I wouldn't. I would think that she has the best chance of fighting it and getting a straight out win. I think
yeah,
she has the best chance of getting a straight out win out of all of them. So April, I think she can make the argument that wasn't mine. I gave them my card. They did whatever with it. I was just a friend of the house. They were doing coke in their bedroom. I'm not in their bedroom. That type of thing. You know what I'm saying?
sure. Of course, if this does go to trial, we're very likely to hear details about their relationship because it's probably going to come up
I
as we're
think
trying to talk about their if April takes the stand or Aaron takes the stand, their relationship becomes a factor of their bias.
yes.
So I imagine we might hear further tales under testimony about their relationship to some degree. So there's that factor too.
I think that's more. I think that would be more relevant in the other. Well, I think in April's case it would be relevant because why the hell is she there, and how you make the argument that the coke is hers and she was there. So I think you make that argument with her and Aaron about the relationship. I think it becomes highly relevant for her. I think for what Aaron's becomes, it's extremely relevant because that's essentially the whole case. He's sharing Nick's wife's nudes. How did he get the
How did you
nudes?
come into possession in these photographs in the first
Oh, I
place,
was
Aaron?
sending it to him. You were singing to
Uh-huh.
him.
Why was that?
Now we talk
Why were they
about
sending it to you, Aaron?
yeah.
Would you like to
Why is
talk
he?
about that at all?
Now
Oh
we start
Lord.
talking about the
Yeah.
relationship and all that other stuff, and okay. So you guys were together, but not together. Like then you got. So I think that child services. I'm glad he got his kids back. So this has just been a mess, and still Toe is back on. They're still back. He's back on spewing his nonsense, but I think at the end of the day, this is just really, and I think people really just need to put this in perspective. This is just a simple possession case. He probably
This is every day.
yeah. This is a
This is
simple
every
possession
day. I
case.
think one of the things that people are sometimes failing to contemplate when they're trying to say, well, that the states, or problems with the affidavit or problems with this. It's like I think one of the things that people who are looking at this in a more favorable light to Nick, somewhat are underappreciating, is that this is just every day. Drugs
Yeah,
are every day. They're every day. And the cops and the police and the prosecutors do drug case after drug case after drug case after drug case. And it's just noise. It's noise. And so, in order to overcome just the banality of it all, and the routineness of it all, in order to really, make the 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 court sit up and really take notice, you have to really do something that's truly extraordinary. The cop really has to screw up in a serious way to really sort of do that, to make it just not like, okay, just stamp the form, move on to the next thing, stamp the form, move on to the next thing. So maybe that shouldn't be the way it is, but it is. And so
yeah.
this is just paint by numbers. It's another day that ends in Y. And so trying to pick it apart in these little details is probably not going to be the thing that succeeds.
No, well, again, right now it's not over. Right now,
It's not over. The judge could always disagree with me.
I would say
Judge can disagree with me. Colder Frank's hearing.
since right now we're in football season, I'm saying Nick is down by 14. We got like 3 minutes to go, and the defense, he doesn't even have the ball. The other side has the ball, so he needs to get the ball back and score twice to tie the game. Now, is it possible? Yes,
It's possible.
but is it
It's
likely?
possible if the judge really latches on to that failure of the cop to note the dismissal or the lack of probable cause determination from child services. If the judge really latches on to that, let me put it to you this way: if the judge is looking for a legal reason to dismiss, they have one. So if the judge is looking for a legal excuse to get rid of it, they can. So you got that going for you.
Yeah, I do think. I think the judge, but this because if you're the state, you may have to appeal something like this though, because it would be on such shaky grounds because you have so many cases. Because don't forget, a lot of people think the criminal justice system has to be perfect, right? This I wasn't. That's essentially what you have here. This I wasn't dotted. This T wasn't crossed. That type of thing. But it's not. It's a messy system, and it's just about how messy. And that's why in the Frank's test it says it has to be intentional. Intentionally trying to deceive, intentionally doing this, intentionally doing that. And if you give the judge the full video and the full context, but you just didn't get it from this, you got it from spot A versus spot B, and you give it to him and it's all the same, I don't know if you reach that point where you're saying the cop is materially trying to mislead the court. I don't think you're there. So, but we'll see. We'll see. I've been saying this for the past couple of months now. I think the best option would be these cases be dismissed. Nick goes into a treatment program, gets his life back together, becomes the Nick that we knew 5 or 6 years ago. But right now, that doesn't seem to likely be the case.